Hey, Kevin here. And I want to talk real quick before you get started on this whole inventing path. You have to get in the mindset of an inventor. And this is not going to be fun. This is not going to be friendly. This is going to be honest and real information. I cannot lie to you. There's so much bad information out with inventing, what it takes, what you need to do, when you need to do it, that I want to make sure that the baseline attitude of you going through this invention process has to have a good foundation. And we're going to talk about a couple quick points that you have to have as your set foundation before you can have successful invention. So I want to go ahead and just move over to my pen here. We're going to go with the first one, and I call this the FIO attitude. This FIO attitude is very simple. You can put another F in front of it if you want, but it's the figure it out attitude. There are so many gaps in work knowledge, whether or not it's making an email, a domain name, or printing a new type of print, learning a new filament, working with Amazon. No course, no class will ever teach you everything. And so you have to take the concepts of what's coming in this course and the concepts of what I'm going to talk about and show you and do some of the things I'm going to do. But there's going to be a lot of gaps, and those gaps need to be filled by your willingness to figure it out. And that's key. Without that, you're not going to be very successful. The next one is willingness to learn and listen. A lot of inventors fall into the trap where they're talking to somebody about their idea. My idea, this is what it's going to be do, blah, 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 right? They're not listening as to whether or not the person would even care to buy it. Maybe they're not listening whether or not the person isn't even a market possibility. Maybe I sell one product, it's 98% men. The other product I sell is 92% women. Why would I get a lot of male opinions on a female product? They're not that valid. I need to listen to women about the product, not men about the product. Let's be real. So you have to take bad news or somebody simply saying this, and this is one of the most painful things for an inventor to hear, and that's, I don't really care about that problem. Things like that you need to take into account. Well, why don't you care? Maybe just this particular person doesn't care, or is this a bigger, larger problem? So again, learn to listen to people, reviews, people's expressions to prices, reading the room, reading body language when you're showing them what you're talking about. This is critical. Most inventors do not listen well enough. Next one. Willingness to pivot. This goes on the exactly what I was talking about in the previous point. Is we ended up launching with this product here, right? But because we continued to listen to people, and people said, that's really cool, but I really want a drain on the bottom of it, we had to develop the drain for this. And this is a combo plug. This is simple nipple, right? Very, very simple. But this mistake was a $4,000 mistake in the development process that we could have put in initially because we were too scared to listen, too scared to disclose what we were doing. We wanted to get all the way to market before we really talked to a lot of people. And so you have to pivot. So listening drives pivots. That is key. Next point. Sorry. You will light money on fire. Yep. You will light money on fire. It means you will spend some cash and it will have no return at all. It was a mistake. Get used to it. If you want a guaranteed outcome with dollars spent developing this stuff, don't start. Get used to throwing money down the tubes, not because you meant to. You certainly didn't intend to do that. It's going to happen. Paying for this course is one of the greatest ways to just commit a couple bucks to committing to spending money. You must spend in order to make money. A lot of inventors want to have everything developed for them as if they slide over this sticky note with the idea to somebody, and next thing you know, their bank account starts rolling in. That's not how this works. You are going to have to spend money to build, to impress somebody enough to buy it, whether that's directly selling your product or maybe you're going down the licensing road. Get used to spending money. It is going to happen. This entire channel is helping you spend less money to do that. You are not going to spend zero money to do this. Last point. Discomfort and unknown outcome are your new state of normal. What do I mean by that? I get a lot of questions from inventors, or I get a lot of concerns from inventors saying, well, I'm not sure I should do X because I'm not sure Y will happen. Yeah. You're never sure Y will happen. You're never sure that it's going to even sell, or how big, or how much, or if people are going to like it, if they're going to use it right. Being comfortable with unknown outcome is going to be one of your most successful traits as a personality trait in getting into the inventor's mindset. And so all of these put together, you got to figure things out. You got to learn to listen. You got to be willing to pivot. You got to be willing to light money on fire, all for an unknown outcome, is the only way you will ever see your invention succeed. Thank you, and let's continue to the next video.